In this lecture, we will take an overview of pods in Kubernetes. We will talk first of all a little bit about Docker, and then we will discuss some points related to Kubernetes. So we know that Docker is a platform that allows you to run your applications inside Docker containers. So with Docker, we manage containers directly throughout the Docker CLI. For Kubernetes, it is an orchestration tool that enables you to manage your containerized applications. But unlike Docker, with Kubernetes we didn't manage containers directly because in Kubernetes our containers are encapsulated inside pods. So to deploy our application in Kubernetes, we deploy it by creating a pod where our container and our application will be running. So what we have to know at this point about pods is that a pod is the smallest deployable unit that you can create and manage in Kubernetes, similar to a container in Docker and a VM in the virtualization world. The most common use case in Kubernetes is to have a single container per pod, so only one container running inside the pod. If you are wondering if we can have multiple containers running in the same pod, then the answer is yes. A pod can encapsulate an application composed of multiple containers that are tightly coupled and that need to work together and to share resources. We will talk now about how your application can be scaled when working with Kubernetes. We have seen that we can have multiple containers running in a single pod. And you might think that to scale up our application, we create more containers in the same pod. And if you think so, you have to know that this is not the right way to scale up our application. We scale up our application not by creating more containers in the same pod. We scale our application by creating more pods running the same container. Finally, we will take an overview of the pod lifecycle. A pod can die or fail for many reasons. And when a pod fails, the container running inside it fails too, and the application running inside it becomes inaccessible. When a pod dies or fails, there is no way to bring it alive. The only way to make your application running inside this pod available is to create a new pod running the same containerized application as the old pod. And the new pod can be recreated on the same worker node as it can be created on any other available worker node, and that's depend on the decision that will be made by the scheduler. So I hope that you learned something new from this lecture, and thank you very much.